The U of A cuts ties with its director of athletics. How Razorbacks react to the news.
Hog fans wonder what the future holds for the Razorback athletic program, how the changes could affect ticket sales, and the head football coach's future.
All I can say is Christmas came early.
I talked to students today on campus to hear their reaction to this decision. I'll have that story coming up for you. UATV starts right now.
Welcome to UATV News at 7. I'm Jacqueline House.
And I'm Savannah Skidmore. Some of the biggest news hits campus this morning as Arkansas fires its athletic director, Jeff Long. The news comes after weeks of speculation about what the Razorback athletic department would decide about the future of his career.
Let's get right to Andrew Epperson, who's live outside of Reynolds Stadium with more. Andrew, what can you tell us?
I'm outside Razorback Stadium where Jeff Long spearheaded the construction that's going on right now. His firing comes a little bit as a surprise. He left Pittsburgh in 2008 to take over for longtime athletic director Jeff Long. He hired and then fired Bobby Petrino, and then he snatched Mike Anderson away from Missouri to heal some wounds left there from the Nolan Richardson firing a few years before. But this football season and the way that it has transpired, well, that caused the university brass to go ahead and make the decision to fire Jeff Long. Chancellor Joseph Steinmetz sent out an email statement today in which he complimented Long's character, but he said, quote, he's lost the support of many of our fans, alumni, key supporters, and members of the university leadership. And many former players reacted to the news of Jeff Long's firing. Nicole Bro, a former member of Razorback women's tennis, says Long was an amazing athletic director and he treated athletes very well.
I remember going to a girls' soccer game and cheering on our fellow Lady Razorbacks, and Jeff Long was at the game, and the girls had a huge win, and he was super pumped with them. And I just remember him being in his suit and sliding through the mud with all the girls.
Bro was a member of Razorback women's tennis from 2014 to 2016. She praised Jeff Long for his work as athletic director both now and during her tennis career. And students on campus reacted to the news today. We're going to send it on over to UATV's Erica Rankin, who's live with more on this.
Thanks, Andrew. I was able to talk to a few students today on campus to hear their reaction to what's happened. Also, current and former players alike who took to social media to say what they have to think.
Within minutes of finding out the university fired AD Jeff Long, a buzz began. Some fans who agree with the decision and some who don't.
You know, Arkansas, I feel like, has a lot of potential to be a really great SEC school in football, basketball, baseball, all kinds of sports.
Garrett Carson is one student who believes Arkansas made the best decision for the program, but has no hard feelings against Long.
You know, he's a great guy, but I just don't think he was getting it done.
But some students like Claire Siebert,
an athletic director makes a huge impact. I would
say the university should have fired someone else instead of the athletic director.
I think Brett should have been fired first, and then the athletic director given a chance to hire someone new, and then see how that works out. And then if not, then take the next step in firing the athletic director.
However, there is a large number of students who hope this action could send Arkansas athletics into a better direction.
All I can say is Christmas came early. Yeah. So we got all our lights out here, so good thing Jeff's gone.
More than just students shared their feelings. Current and former players took to social media to share their thoughts on Long's fire. Football captain Kevin Richardson says, respect everything Jeff Long has done here at Arkansas, one of the best ADs in the country. Basketball player Daryl Macon says, one of the coolest I've ever met. Pro Hog Drew Morgan says, throughout my entire career at Arkansas to present, Jeff Long has been nothing but a positive influence, praying for Jeff Long and his family. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey says, Jeff Long has been an important part of the SEC, and we appreciate his many contributions and leadership as the Arkansas Razorbacks athletic director. Our best wishes are with Jeff and his family.
People I talked to say that they really respected Long and that he will be missed here as the AD. Reporting live on campus, Erica Rankin, UATV.
Well, thanks for that, Erica. You can expect as more details come out about these changes in the athletic department that more and more people are going to react.
After news of Long's firing, Hog fans ask many questions, a major one being who takes Long's chair. Well, as he goes out, a new interim athletic director steps in. The U of A named Julie Cromer-Peoples interim director of athletics. The first ever female AD at the U of A, Peoples came to Arkansas in 2014 after work at Indiana University and the NCAA. The university plans to announce members of their search committee to assist Chancellor Steinmetz in finding a new AD soon.
In the midst of the athletic department change, fans turned their attention to the head football coach, Brett Bielema, as to what comes next for his future. Let's first take a look at Bielema's coaching record. Bielema received a 25-26 record from 2013 to 2016. In his best season, he had 8 wins and 5 losses and finished with a bowl victory over Kansas State. Bielema's current record going into the last 2 games against Mississippi State and Missouri stands at 4-6.
Brett Bielema says he did not receive a notification prior to the firing of Jeff Long this morning. We have Coach B's comment about Long saying, quote, "I walked out of a staff meeting about a half hour ago. People prepped me before I got on this phone call that there may be a question. I haven't received an official notification, just a lot of hearsay. I think the part that I've enjoyed during my time here is Jeff. From day one to where we are today has been awesome."
With heat surrounding the Razorback football program, attendance record is lower at Reynolds Stadium. Now some think ticket prices will follow. The U of A's lowest ticket price stands at $55, but due to a decrease in game popularity, third-party retailers like StubHub, you can get tickets as low as $6.
While the university searches for a new athletic director, construction on the stadium continues. The north portion of the stadium will add 4,800 new seats, which increases the capacity of the stadium to 77,000. Officials expect the renovation to be completed by fall of 2018.
Well, things definitely heated up on the Hill today, but what does the weather look like? Brenda Alvarez is live in studio with more.
That's right, Jacqueline. Today we did see some sun come out finally, and tomorrow we can expect to do the same. We have a high of 64 and a low of 50, and for the rest of the week it's going to be high on 70, low 52 on Friday with some clouds. For the weekend, for Saturday, Sunday, low 50s and low 30s. With still some sun out, but make sure to have that that jacket ready. And then for Monday, we're going to get back into the low 40s and then high 57, and we're going to see some again, so make sure to have a coat handy just in case. Even though it looks hot outside because of the sun, we're going to be seeing some colder weather throughout the day, so make sure if you're going to the game to pack that jacket just in case. We'll see you guys with our world weather after the commercial.
International Education Week brings different learning opportunities to campus. How students take to their closets to demonstrate their diverse cultures.
Christmas comes early to the square with thousands of lights to brighten up your weekend. What you can expect Friday night at the Light of the Ozarks kickoff.
Welcome back to Uatv News. I'm Nick Camper. Let's take a look at your local coverage. International students staying in town for Thanksgiving break can sign up to attend dinner with an American host family. The iFriend program coordinates this event to help international students learn about American customs and traditions. International students interested in signing up for the dinner must register by tomorrow. People around the world celebrate International Education Week. U of A students take to their closets to show off their cultural history. UATV's John Fisher is live with the story.
Thanks, Nick. International students here are doing their part to bring home to campus here in Arkansas. Let's have a look.
International Week is an opportunity for students to show off a little bit of home to the U of A community. To some students, this means a lot.
I think it shows the beauty of cultural diversity, you see? You might be wearing something else, I might be wearing something else. This not necessarily represents all of Afghanistan or the whole province, but it gives you an association of identity to that location, you see what I mean? And to that culture.
Bahram thinks this is a way for him to express and share his culture in the state of Arkansas. But to other students, this is not only to showcase their piece of home, but also to show unity and acceptance of other backgrounds by wearing clothes from other cultures.
I'm from Africa, in Congo, but wearing this outfit from the Afghanistan, this is like bridging the world, bringing peace through culture.
Bahram says he hopes this will highlight the diversity present in the United States.
International Education Week is to bring the world to America. America is huge in itself, no doubt, but there's very large chunk of the world that can't be seen here.
Bahram also wears clothes from his Afghanistan culture proudly on campus.
This is home.
International Education Week extends through November 18th. The annual Fayetteville tradition of Lights of the Ozarks starts this Friday with a lighting night parade. Each year, workers spend over 3,000 hours decorating the square with over 400,000 lights. The lights will remain up until January 1st. Plans for a new Tyson Company office adds 300 employees to downtown Springdale. The building serves as the home for the company's Information Technology Center. The office will sit on Emma Avenue, over 7 acres of land. Plans for the location come from Tyson Foods' commitment to Springdale's downtown revitalization. That's all we have for your local news. I'm Nick Camper.
Arkansas says goodbye to the university's athletic director. Learn how he impacted Razorback sports during his 9 years in Fayetteville.
While the sun might shine in parts of the world, the temperature is lower. See what the national weather looks like coming up.
All right, let's take a look at your world weather for today. It looks like here in Arkansas we had an average temperature of 60, and over here in California, Northern California, you had 48, 52, Southern California, 50s and 60s. Over here in Texas, it looks like we're in the 50s and 60s, some 70s, and over here Florida, it's getting chilly as well with the 50s. And then it looks like all across the globe, everyone's starting to get some of that chilly weather. So it is going down to the 30s, 50s, and 40s. So if we take a look at our next map, we'll see how much the current temperatures will be dropping. We see very few changes in some areas, and some areas will be changing by 5 degrees, 3 degrees. Here it'll be by 1 degree. Texas, they'll even see a drastic change of 12 degrees. If we take a look at our next map, we're going to see some wind coming in from the west coast and the northern down into the northwest Arkansas area. And if we take a look at our next map, we can see that our highs, pressures, and low pressures are mixing in. And so we will be seeing a mix of fluctuation in temperature with the heat as far as it being sunny outside, but getting a little bit of that wind and rain chill in the area. All right, well, that's all I have for your world weather today.
One U of A student does not let her limitations impact her time at college. UATV's Allie Lynch is live with more on her story.
Emily Luck has dealt with many limitations so far in her lifetime. Despite her circumstances, she tries hard to lead a normal life. Here's the story.
Emily Lutt is your average everyday college student, but as a toddler, she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy.
I was 2 pounds 8 ounces at birth. They figured out when I started walking that I had CP because I didn't walk until I was almost 2.
Growing up, she didn't let her physical limitations keep her down. Emily loved to dance, and for nearly 16 years, it was her own form of therapy. But things changed when she got to college.
The first time I was walking on campus, I was just miserable because I was having to walk up all the hills and I got really stiff. And that's when I went to the CEA and I was like, I need additional accommodations.
The Center for Educational Access is a campus resource to help students with mental, physical, and learning disabilities. The CEA staff works with students individually and provides accommodations, whether it's additional testing time or assistance getting to class.
There are people with disabilities all across campus, and we want to make sure we're promoting that inclusive, accessible environment for our students.
One of the organizations taking part in the Community Resource Fair is Lifestyles of Fayetteville. Lifestyles has several programs available to the public.
In this particular one, our art program, we really feel helps individuals with disabilities express themselves. It increases self-esteem, promotes inclusion.
The groups being showcased in the month of October provide resources that impact the student body in more ways than one. Emily Lutt says her accommodations from the CEA changed her college experience for the better.
For me, it's a hidden disability, and hidden disabilities are still disabilities. I just try to live my life as normally as I can. I'm not remarkable. I am a miracle, but I'm not remarkable. I'm just me.
Not only does Emily live with cerebral palsy, but she was also born premature. World Premature Month falls in the month of November. Reporting for UATV, I'm Allie Lynch.
Thank you, Allie. Emily is a total rock star. World Prematurity Day on Friday recognizes premature babies around the world. Supporters can wear purple and reach out to the March of Dimes to make any donations.
Coming up, we continue following the firing of Jeff Long.
And a college football star returns to the U.S. after being arrested in China. All of this coming up on sports.
We have some breaking news here in sports. Jeff Long has released a statement in it. He thanks his coaches, he thanks the players, the student athletes, and he thanks the maintenance staff. You can see that on @UATV News, our Twitter page. Be sure and go check that out. But first, we're going to give you a little timeline of Jeff Long's career. He spent almost 10 years at the University of Arkansas. His first big move came when he hired Bobby Petrino away from the Atlanta Falcons, and then he gained national praise by firing him in 2012. He replaced Petrino with John L. Smith, who went 4-8 in 2013. And that's when he brought in Brett Bielema from Wisconsin, a guy who'd gone to 3 straight Rose Bowls. The move was lauded at the time, but as it turns out, it was Jeff Long's downfall. In basketball, the AD hired Mike Anderson away from Missouri, and his last hire at Arkansas was Mike Neighbors, who's undefeated so far as the coach of the women's team. And outside of Arkansas, Long has served on the College Football Playoff Committee since 2013. He served as chairman until 2016. And playoff executive director Bill Hancock says he'll continue serving on the committee for the remainder of the season. Anderson's Hogs are 2-0 so far this season. And he says Jeff Long did a lot for him in his career here at Arkansas.
To Jeff Long for providing me the opportunity to come here and be the head coach here at Arkansas. I mean, he's been an unbelievable leader. And it's kind of, I guess it's kind of hard for me to wrap my mind around it, things that have transpired, today.
Anderson has coached at the U of A since 2011. And staying with basketball, LeAngelo Ball and 2 of his teammates at UCLA are back in the United States after being detained for about a week in China. Coach Steve Alford of the Bruins says they are suspended indefinitely.
During that indefinite suspension, they will not travel with the team, nor will they suit up for home games. At some point, they may be permitted to join team workouts, practices, and meetings.
I'd also like to thank President Trump and the United States government for the help that they provided as well. I'm grateful to be back home, and I'll never make a mistake like this again.
Ball's brother Lonzo plays for the Lakers, and his father is known for some of his controversial comments in the world of NBA basketball. And that's all the time we have here for UATV Sports. Like I said, we have that statement from Jeff Long up on social media. Go check that out. And it's a little chilly out here, but we'll see if that's going to stick around for the remainder of the night, coming up with weather.
For tomorrow, you can expect to see some sun around the campus. And so make sure you grab a sweater for the evening. It's going to be a low 50, but a high of 60 throughout the day. Let's toss it over to our anchors.
Harry Potter's Diagon Alley comes to life. A dad in Seattle transformed his driveway into the magical shopping scene. Jonathan Chambers started out as a gift for his daughter, but it soon turned into a community effort. Thousands came to visit the project, and Chambers used the money raised by visitors to support pancreatic cancer and local schools. I love that story.
Sweet story.
That's all the time we have for you for UATV News tonight at 7. I'm Jacqueline House.
And I'm Savannah Skidmore. Thanks for joining us.